she fell in love with the block. Got every drug you need. You know I got my game with me. We lay down, we with shit, ready to have a good time. So bring your friends around.
Smoke.
Yeah.
Smokey Garvin, man.
What's going on, Ty?
Where we working, baby? As
Yes,
always.
Always.
As always, man.
Yes, sir.
How you been, bro?
Oh, man, I've been blessed, man. You know, just got married 2019, back in April.
Oh, congrats,
you know,
bro.
I appreciate you.
I probably told you congrats, but I ain't even know.
You definitely told me
yeah.
congrats. Yeah, most definitely. But you know,
Yeah.
I'm getting into that whole, role. So I mean, it's been pretty cool. Getting adjusted. It's if you've seen the new video, my wife was in that joint.
Yeah.
Get Down Part 2 video. Just released that joint. So yeah, check that joint out. Shout out to my wife. Love you, girl.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna show you that joint. You know what I'm saying, with a snippet in this joint. So you know what I'm saying, y'all gonna tune in there for sure.
Most definitely.
So man, just man, it's been a while, bro. I think last time I saw you was probably at a Rasta Taj function, man.
Definitely at that joint.
Yeah.
We had that joint lit. Shout out to Rasta Taj, man. That guy right there, he's a workaholic for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And it's always a blessing when Smoke come and bless the stage, man. It's always a pleasure bringing the Smokey Garvin vibes into it, man.
Man, I try. Shout out to my man's what's my man Mustafa.
Yeah, Mustafa.
Yeah,
Call it
man.
My man. Soul.
Yeah. So he
Yeah.
always do his thing, man. So whenever Taj hit me up and say, man, I need you to perform, I already know it's gonna be, a nice little star-studded lineup.
For sure,
Yeah.
man. Hey, so man, just delve into it. Let's talk about the Get Down Part 2 video with Wifey that you just put out, man. Talk about
Okay.
that whole project, man. How was the whole process with that?
Okay, so the producer of this song is a guy by the name of R&B Justice, based out of Chicago, and my homie Young Yayo. I don't know if you're familiar with the All Verb No Convo brand, but
I'm sorry. I'm at Brody.
Yeah. He A1, man.
Yeah.
So he actually put me in contact with Justice, and we did the I Want Your Body track. That was the first joint we worked on, and I liked the style. So I was like, you know what, man, we can get some work done. So I reached out to him for the Get Down Part 2 and recorded that joint at a studio in Hyattsville. It's no longer open at the moment, but shout out to those guys for believing in me and helping me, with the creative process with that. After we finished recording the track, we shipped it out to Chicago to Justice, and he put his finishing touches on the joint. And man, this guy's a super producer.
Yeah.
Real, just easy to work with, and I think his sound kind of matches well with what I try to do. So, he's gonna be doing the mixing and mastering on the next project. That's Midnights in Motown. We working on that, so yeah.
Hey, let me tell you, Smoke. Outside of the Smokers Club and the previous Smokers Clubs and all the hit singles that you got on the SoundCloud, bro.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you, bro. I don't know how many personal concerts I done had in my whip.
Yeah.
Just cranking to the Smokey Garvin, bro.
Hey man, I appreciate you for real, dog. I think my main thing is to a lot of the music nowadays is turned up,
Yeah.
and I love it. When I ride around, I turn it up, but it comes to a point where you got to turn down, and when you want to turn down, you got Smokey Garvin, man. So I try to make sure that people have that nice balance as to where they can kind of turn up, and then when they're ready to turn down, they know who to listen to.
No, you definitely got the balance, so you definitely got the mixture, because not only you can sing, but you can rap too. So I'm like, my man is definitely wild, Slim.
Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, no doubt, man.
Yeah, man. So
It's a blessing to be here.
Nah, for sure. Like I remember back in the tech days, right even before I even knew you could sing. You know what I'm saying? I think of course you did a few of the pep rallies, the national anthem joints, and that's when I discovered you can sing. And then I think one time in class you just outburst and say, I'm like, oh, my man smoking.
Yeah, man. I think, back at that time, they was calling me Wes.
Yeah, definitely Wes.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. 10 years, dog. 10 years. And it's been a journey. Really finding out, who I am musically. Because I think when I first started, I had a lot of different people who I was working with. Shout out to my man Tizzy. You know what I mean? He was really the first person that reached out to me and was like, come on, man, I'm gonna take you in the studio. You know what I mean? So shout out to him for believing in me and allowing me to kind of grow in that space. You know, after we kind of, you know, went our separate ways, you know, I went ahead and kind of, you know, tried to delve a little bit deeper into the music thing on my own. And that was, you know, growing pains. Of course, you know, you gotta fall on your face a couple of times in order to be able to know how to get back up and kind of set things back in motion. So, man, it's been a wonderful journey. I'm optimistic about the future. Shout out to you for allowing me to be here once again, because without people like yourself, it's hard for artists like myself to kind of be able to, you know, get that exposure that they need. To get to the next level. So yeah.
So you already know, man. It's all love, man. Like when I listen to you, bro, I know the hard work you put in, man. Like roster, soul, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
DC in general, man. Like artists put a lot of energy and hard work and that love and
Most
passion into
definitely.
their music, man. So when I hear it, man, and if it appealed to the listeners, it's like, man, my man got blow, man. What's good? What's the hold up?
No
You know
doubt.
what I'm saying?
No
So
doubt.
like any way that I can help, man, I will always, you know, do my best to help, man, and help y'all, dog.
That's an important thing, man. Like I always tell people, you got to get back to the community in which you came from. You know, so yeah, keep doing your thing, bro.
So for them, so man, so yeah, when you spoke Tizzy, already the call me joint,
Yeah,
that joint, wow,
yeah, man.
Slug.
That's when I had the young voice. You know what I mean? I really, like I said, I didn't really have much of a knack for writing. You know what I mean? I just had a raw talent.
Yeah.
And so, you know, he was able to kind of like write the lyrics out. You know, I go in and I sing it.
Yeah.
Then eventually, once I got to a certain part of my artist development, you know, I said, okay, well, look, you know, now that I'm no longer under this umbrella, let me go ahead and start trying to figure out how to pen things out myself, and kind of create my own sound. And that's where you got the Smokey Garvin you see today. You know, I remember at one point I couldn't even really write more than a verse. You know. And so now that I'm able to kind of like do my 3-piece, 4-piece projects, you know, it means a lot to me because my main thing is quality. I'm a big believer of quality over quantity. Being consistent is good, but I feel like that's just half of the battle. You got to be consistent and be good. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So when you got those two things, it's really hard for people to deny, you know, what you got going on. So I think, you know, by me kind of focusing on that, it's bringing a lot of attention, you know, in a good way.
For sure. So outside of of course, the process with you becoming in, you know, in your own as a writer, talk about some of the challenges that you faced along the way.
I think one of the biggest challenges, and I think a lot of people kind of see this as financial challenges.
For sure.
You know, so one of the biggest things going to McKinley that I had to learn was no excuses, just solutions.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's what we went by. And so for me, when I, you know, kind of translate that into the industry, it's like, you know, everybody got things they're going through. So, you know, there's no excuse. You got to keep pushing. You got to figure out how you can kind of put things in a way. If that means that, hey, I can't smoke today, that's cool. You know what I mean? If that means, you know, I got to kind of move things around in a manner which conducive to my family and to what I got going on, and I got to do that, you know. Right now, I'm 25, I'll be 26 next month, so it's really about man time and just kind of like owning up to your stuff and figuring out how you're going to get things done and not making any excuses for what you got going on.
For sure.
But I'm just going to say that's probably been the biggest roadblock. Other than that, man, everything else is, you know, just kind of bob and weave and, you know, kind of go with the flow of things.
For sure, man. So to date now, do you got like a favorite project that you did, or would you consider all your projects that you made your favorite? Or
that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think each project has a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
Smokers Club, the first one was I did that when I was my sophomore year in college.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I really didn't understand the idea of quality.
I feel you.
Or not to say that I didn't understand it, but I kind of sacrificed it at that time because that's what I had. A lot of times as an artist, you kind of just make with what you got until you can kind of get better. So, you know, the Smokers Club, the very first one has a special place in my heart. Then you go into the Smokers Club 2, which is where I kind of like got a little bit better with my penmanship and really understand the song structure and beat selection and things like that. And so it kind of allowed me to be a little bit more creative and spread my wings a little bit more. You could even look at like the cover art. You see kind of like progression in that as well. So that's kind of like where I started, making quality like one of my main objectives. Then you go into the coldest in the game.
Yeah.
That was one of the joints that I felt like kind of bridged me over into the Smokers Club 3, because it was like, okay, now I'm at this place where it's like I'm kind of trying to tap more into my personal, who is Smokey Garvin kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where the projects before that were, mainly focused on love, women, and things like that. So moving into the Smokers Club 3, that was around the time where I got married. So it was like I was in a fresh space in life, really happy, just excited about what was to come. So I kind of, you hear the music, it's a little bit more cheerful, a little bit more, I Want Your Body is like a dance hall type of vibe, you know what I mean? So I kind of tried to try new things and kind of spread my wings even more than I have on the prior project. So to answer your question, man, each one has a special place in my heart, and I'm optimistic about the Midnights in Motown. Shout out to everybody who's helping me on that. Like I said, I got Justice. He's working on the the post-production or the mix and mastering. I got a cat out of what is that called? Richmond, California, by the name of DJ Idea. He does a lot of production for like Larry June and a couple other cats, but his sound is definitely going to mix it up because it's giving like a nice West Coast vibe.
For sure.
And just really trying to just test the waters and see what I can do. Like you said, I rap, I sing, so I try not to focus so much on the singing, you know what I mean? Because I know there's another demographic that needs to be reached. But, like I said, you got to find that nice balance.
Nah, for sure.
No doubt.
I feel like as long as you cater to the woman slim, you good. But then if dudes can crank to you too, it's just like
right.
You really
now you got that.
it's just like, you know what I'm saying? For sure.
No doubt.
For sure. Like I said, man, I be telling Shorty, like, cause I ain't gonna hold you. It's been a while since I cranked to the Smokey Garvin.
Yeah.
But when I do, it's all I'm singing every word.
Let me ask you this question. I'm asking the question now.
Yeah, it was good.
What's your favorite joint?
Like,
and why?
All right, you got give me a few of the songs from each project, because I'm, what I'm saying.
All right, so let's say the coldest in the game. What's your favorite joint off that?
All right, name a few of the joints on there.
All right, so I had to Get Down. That's the original joint. You know what I mean? I had
I know you Get Down. That's
to be honest, bro.
Yeah. Let me go to it right quick.
Look, I'm about to say, to be honest, man, I don't got a lot of tracks. I'm not gonna say and figure like I do, but it's getting kind of out of hand.
Nah, you know
It's getting kind of out there. So the smoke, you had to put it out.
Oh man, Slim, all these joints. Okay, you got to Get Down, Vision, Fiending,
in
my ride, Slim, and the Bless. Slow. All right, so for real. Damn, Slim, that's just hard. Cause
I'm just trying to see what's the best joint.
For real, like, I ain't gonna hold you. It's definitely hard for me to choose between. I got a favorite three.
Okay, top three.
So the Get Down, Vision, and In My Ride.
Is
like my favorite three.
That's solid.
You know what I'm saying?
That's solid.
Cause Vision, you know what I'm saying? Vision, you spitting on that joint too.
Like I said, I was trying to get a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really trying to just tap into what's going on in real life, and man, I think at this point, it's just creativity has no cap.
Yeah. And,
you know what I mean? There's no limit to the creativity. So,
and then Get Down, of course. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop singing that joint, cause
man, hey, that's how we starting every show 2020. We starting every show with the Get Down. Then we going in the Get Down part 2. That's how we doing it.
Man, I know. Thing. If I can sing, I can't sing though.
Nah, it's all good though, bro.
That joint get the wild.
It's all good, but yeah, man.
Yeah, that joint wild.
But
you don't got the copyrights for this joint, do you? I can't play this joint, can I?
Nah, we can't do nothing off this joint.
Bad. But Smoker Club 3 though. We good though, right?
Smokers Club 3. We can crank some joints off of there.
Bet.
I think, the main thing that I had to do was just kind of go back and learn a little bit more about the industry and how things work, you know. Once I got that down packed, then I was able to kind of execute and do some things.
For sure. All right, so which joint you want to play off the Smoker Club 3, man?
Smokers Club 3. Let's go ahead. Let's take it from the top, man. Let's play the I Want Your Body joint, man.
All right, for sure.
That's probably one of my favorites.
All right, say less.
Baby, I want your body. I want your body. I want your body.
Take off them clothes.
I want your body. I want your body. I want your body. I want your body. Told her I'ma pull up brown green. Got a show later on, yeah, she know I'm by my cheese, yeah. Know she fucking with a G, yeah. She know can't no other nigga put it on her like me, yeah. Front stage in my shows, yeah. Get a number, I might call her later on, yeah.
And I mean, with this joint right here, like, a lot of the stuff that I've been doing recently has been kind of like trying to take the listener, like, and placing them where I am, you know what I mean? And I think that's kind of like been one of my main focuses with the newer music, just creating that space. Midnights in Motown, I'm really excited about that one because that is just kind of like me just kind of going off the main road, you know what I mean? One of the posts that I seen not too long ago said, your comfort zone can kill you. You know what I mean? So I feel like as an artist, when you try to do just one thing, people kind of put you in a box. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and my main thing is to never be placed in a box and kind of just always making sure that I'm doing things that can differentiate what I did from the last time, that's important to me, man. So shout out to Justice, shout out to my man Yayo, you know what I mean? All verb, no convo. We in the building, representing. And also shout out to my man JD the Jr. too, man. Shout out to JD the Jr. Shout out to Go Hard Mike Lee. Shout out to Shy Spitz. Shout out to Del Fargo. Shout out to Rasta Taj. Man, shout out to Uncle John. Shout out to, I could keep going on and on, man. The list goes on and on, man.
Too much talent, dog. We got too much
talent, man. Shout out my man Kush Kevo. Kush Kevo, that's one of my homies for a minute, man. And he's really been doing his thing behind the scenes. So when he come back, I'm really worried about a lot of things because it's gonna get ugly, But yeah, man, just shout out to everybody doing their thing. Anybody that want work with me, just let me know. Reach out to me. I'm not one of them cats that's like, man, nah, I'm not gonna work with you. Nah, more than likely, if you hit me up, I'll respond within the next 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
Right,
so
right.
It ain't hard to reach me. I ain't got no management, no label. So when you contacting me, you contacting me. So one thing that I always want people to know is no matter what you got going on, the least you could do is appreciate people for showing love. And so I try to make that my main goal and let people know that, I appreciate them for reaching out, appreciate them for the love, and we're going to keep it going.
Hey, man. Hey, look, man, you got your man Smokey Garvin here. You already know it's your boy, TyWestbrook, and we signing out, man. Smoke, I appreciate you, bro. You already know, my man.
Appreciate you, brother. You already know, dog.
Hey, we going to go ahead and kill him this shit in the years to come.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, y'all can follow me at Audio Dope Smoke. You know what I mean? Like I said, the Smokers Club 3 out now. Get Down Part 2 video out now. And Midnights in Motown to drop sometime later this year. So appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Got a lot of good stuff coming for y'all. Love y'all. Peace and blessings.
You got exactly what I like, yeah. See, baby, you're my type, yeah. Let me take you to a place, yeah, where nobody else knows us, but we can do what grown-ups do. Girl, ain't nobody better than you, yeah. Girl, you the baddest in the room, yeah. Brown skin, big hair, and some attitude. Peace Lounge, we was posted on the avenue. Give it to me like right now, right now. She heard I put the pipe down, baby, pipe down.
down A Street. Give her that D, can't play me. Dick game, drive her ass crazy. I might put her in the Mercedes. Shawty said she wanna have my baby. It's my right, and that's just why I need you in my life. You got exactly what I like.